Olá! Cheguei. Boa noite, quem estiver assistindo.
And my eighth husband, Nazaire, tragically crushed his
Mistress
life in
Nightingale, what a pleasure to see.
Tá, eu passei, né, a fofoca pra ela.
of fashion.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Mistress Nightingale, what
Where
a
has that
pleasure
servant
to see
gone?
you.
Elves, always shirking their duties.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala.
Adeus.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care. Enjoy the masquerade.
Agora eu não lembro direito muito do que rolou. Eu lembro do que a Fefe explicou, mas eu não lembro mais qual é o papel dessas três. Aí fica foda. Eu marquei aqui por algum motivo.
Inquisitor?
Tá.
Do you enjoy music, Commander?
Everyone enjoys music.
I'm still in mourning for my beloved Etienne.
Emissaries to Kal Shirak have yet to return. I doubt we'll find them alive.
Interesting. Good to know.
How are the talks proceeding?
They remind me of the assembly of Warzone. It can't be that bad.
Opa.
I should look around.
Escândalos. Ah, tá. Pegando altas fofocas aqui. Tá. Olhos de corações maldosos. Cullen tem as tropas da Inquisição quase a postos. Porém, para garantir um vencedor indiscutível para o trono de Orlais, é necessário juntar material para chantagear adversários. Encontre material na ala real para chantagear Briala. Vamos nesse aqui, ó. Cadê a Liliana pra contar as fofocas? Sarah,
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
Josefine,
Does anyone have a report on the casualties?
Is it true the
I would love
Cullen,
to capture.
Liliana.
Yeah. So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
We can use this.
Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
I'll let you know at once if I do.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Ah, era por aqui. Então, vamos voltar lá.
Where has that servant gone? Elves. We shirking their duties.
Era só ter.
Inquisitor?
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Então, com 70 de aprovação da corte, nós somos super aprovados. Opa, aqui já usa arma, hein? Vamos equipar armadura porque a gente tá pelado. Nossa, a gente tá sem arma também. Algum fucking motivo. Aí ela tá equipada. Ela também, ele também. Ah, até quer ser bonita. Top. Pra você, meu querido. Pelo grifo. Ótimo.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
Opa. Toma um chutão.
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code in the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Floriane.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to find in Floriane's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others
The
probably
door.
shut it.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hates made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
You painted Orlesian assholes! What I...
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling.
Uma fissura aqui.
Insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Ela trabalha pra Corífios.
What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Cillian's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
Your Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to
Muito
God,
confiante.
I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You don't have to go through with this, Florian. There's still time to turn back.
Oh, my dear Inquisitor, you are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years.
Olha.
Kill him and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the master.
É, vamos destruir isso daí. Eita, caceta! Me protege aí, me protege aí. Toma essa.
What was all that? Were those
Pelas
demons?
tetas de Andraste.
There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
No more demons. It's safe.
Maker? I've never seen one that close before. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Tell me everything you know.
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
I need you to tell that to the Empress.
Impressively ruthless of Gaspard, if predictable.
We're after one assassin, right? Should the rest just queue up?
Gaspard's methods are thuggish.
You saved my life. I owe you. And Gaspard still hasn't paid me. You want me to talk to
Ih,
him?
rapaz, não.
Sing a blasted song in a
Foi
junkyard?
trabalhar
I'll do it.
sem ter recebido pelo menos 50%? Medo engano. Com essa. Eu fiz isso. Filho da mãe.
Someone help! The warrior!
One down.
Ih, apareceu outro. Tem mais estatuetas, ó. Tá, onde é que tem que ir? E voltar pro Cullen, né?
It's been too long since I've had any.
Safado aí. E o olho cheio de sangue.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Essa aqui é a parte importante. Deixe a Imperatriz morrer antes de dar um jeito na Duquesa. Salve a vida de Selene, depois deu um jeito na Duquesa. É, o lance era. Agora que a gente sabe que ela quer matar, né? Por conta do Corífios, então eu acho que eu vou deter a Duquesa.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Ou prova bastante.
At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Fidas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down!
Olha isso.
Now!
Olha que filha da puta.
Oh, Corypheus! Kill them all!
Cullen, protect the people!
Yes, Inquisitor.
A mulher tá só na atividade com um mó vestidão. Ó, trocou a roupinha.
Beaten at every turn. You've taken the moment of my victory and left me in disgrace. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
Tá, deixa eu só ir no banheiro rapidinho, gente. Deixa eu começar essa batalha aí. Já volto. Voltei. Desculpem a demora. Tá. Então meio ruim aqui, né? Bom, já foi. Eita, 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 eita. Eita. Ah, não, é a Sarah. Nossa. Pensei que era a Sarah. Do nada. Nossa. Meu Deus, mulher.
Leaving so soon, Your Grace? She's up on the wall. Point Florian.
Mas é uma desgraceira ela.
Watch out. He's up to something.
Putz, um já morreu. Nossa, mãe do céu. Solas, meu amor. Que tal a gente curar? Que tal a gente renovar as forças aqui? Cadê? Obrigado.
Walls again. Starting to feel slighted. Point Florian. Hurry.
A ação aqui tá meio tensa. Ih, morreu. Toma. Lá que dá. A sacana desviou. Ai, caceta. Aê, meu irmão. Novo nível, nível 13. Pô, ela tem umas coisas boas aqui, pera aí. Vou resolver essa parada. Vamos abandonar isso aqui. Essa aqui já deu, né? E foi legal na época em que tava precisando usar. Pelo cosmético. Pega tudo. Vamos ver aqui se dá pra dar uma coisa pra Sarah. O arco dela é pior que. Ah, tem mais coisa, né? Tem mais coisinha ali. Então, assim, dá menos dano, mas dá muita coisa. Muito bônusinho. Que treta, hein? A festa.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Use evidência obtida sobre Gaspard para apoiar Beala. Eu vou apoiar Beala.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's
Só essa prova.
You were working together?
Of course.
A parte está ameaçando.
Gaspard's been trying to bully the Council of Heralds into crowning him Emperor. I met a council attaché who can confirm it.
A few idle threats hardly make me a traitor.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
His own mercenary captain will confirm that Gaspard brought hired thugs into the palace for an attack.
Mercenaries. So much for your chevalier honor, cousin.
He also ordered his general to sneak troops into the Winter Palace. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
For this service to the Empire, Briala, your previous treachery will be pardoned. But you will have to live in exile.
Putz.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life.
Sacanagem. Enfim.
Its future.
Foi o que rolou.
You have done
Vou desaprovar bastante, meu
never
Deus.
to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orle will never forget your part in this, nor will I.
Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
The Civil War may have ended, but the fighting has just begun. The battle is far from over.
We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory.
Acabou de ter mega assassinato em massa de vários soldados nessa festa.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you,
Porque eu sou
allow
gótica.
me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Ó, ganhamos uma aliada.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
I'm just worn out. The night has been very long.
It was a tumultuous evening, but Orlais is safe now. It was worth the struggle. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Ela tá bem solista, né? Eu gostaria de dançar com a Cassandra, mas... Ok.
moment.
Dei um gelo na Josefine, tadinha.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
You must think very well of them to suggest such a thing.
Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Putz.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
Não posso perder a Cassandra, não.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. The support of the Empire should make our search for the Grey Wardens easier. Varric is eager to help his friend Hawk.
É, a gente vai fazer isso agora. E level 13, rapá. Vamos ver aqui. Inimigos com propensos a negligenciar você em combate. É, vamos nessa. Ó, Cassandra também pode evoluir coisa. Seu fervor virtuoso inspira todo o grupo a lutar com mais vontade contra os demônios. Importante, hein? Vamos lá, para Sarah. Sua experiência com elixires deixou você melhor equipado para lidar com poções e outros consumíveis. E por isso, além de poder carregar mais deles, ao ativar uma habilidade de elixir, você tem uma chance de não a consumir. Não se aplica a poções de cura. Legal. Mas eu vou botar esse aqui. Por enquanto. Blackwall, Cole, Viviane, Solas. Você usa magia extra ao redor dos inimigos enfraquecidos para aumentar a potência dos efeitos de status sobre eles. Doideira. Vou pegar esse daqui. Beleza, tá todo mundo upadinho. Deixa eu ver se a Cassandra tá ali.
The spiderwebs help stop the bleeding, and they prevent wounds from getting infected. Gather.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
A mulher foi
you think
primeiro.
I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Liliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
Eita.
It is disheartening that a believer would say that. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Your determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Ah, ela sorriu.
You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person.
Ela tá com um sorrisinho no rosto o tempo todo.
And the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages.
Eu tô achando engraçado que ela tá com o sorrisinho pra sempre. Ela tá séria, foi uma coisa séria, mas ela tá com um sorrisinho de apaixonada.
Human or no. That is what I would change.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Belezura.
Greetings.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Ela também teria que falar com a Leliana, né? Meio que importante. Onde é que ela tá mesmo? Chegou a hora do quê? Chegou a hora do Inquisidor dominar sua técnica de combate. Somente os melhores instrutores poderão ajudar. Ah, eu preciso fazer isso, hein? Mas antes, deixa eu falar com a Liliana. Oregon. Tem muita gente pra falar. Josefine. Derek. Vivienne. Rolas. Liliana. Ali.
Thank you.
Now this is a haul worth.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Carry on.
Oxe, que bonito. Caraca, não tinha lembrado dessa sala. E era assim, foi o Solo que fez isso?
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits? Broken promises? Half-truths? It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly. If I'd had another option...
What? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
Even if we couldn't help Briala, I hope we can make life better for our Legion elves.
Stop Corypheus. That will do for a start. It speaks well of you to feel for the oppressed. Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
É. Solas tem razão. Onde é que tá a Leliana mesmo? É, que tá aqui.
I told them the offer was the best we could do.
And of course they said no.
They wanted you.
Ué. Só tá aqui, né?
They think we're too remote to do anything about
Um target nela. Tá meio foda de encontrar. Ó o Cullen.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die.
Ah, bem que a Fê falou do vício dele.
We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Months? You didn't think to tell me this sooner?
Has it mattered?
I don't know. Has it?
After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Cassandra takes things as seriously as you do. If she has no problem with this, neither do I.
I thought you had a right to know. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Confissões de um viciado em lírio, de um viciadinho. Ô, Saulas, tu viu a Leliana por aí, não? Ah, ela tá lá em cima, né? Teria que subir. Ah. Oi, danada, cadê? Glória. Eu falei com esse cara uma vez?
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. I suppose a proper introduction is called for, now that we're not running for our lives. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of the Tevinter Imperium. I was at Redcliffe when the Venatori assumed command of your southern mages. I only wish I could have given more warning.
I appreciate what you tried to do at Haven.
For all the good it did. I had an image in my head of rushing in, saving the day. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. I have no intention of letting Corypheus win. Not without someone from Tevinter standing against him. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay and help the Inquisition.
We can use all the help we can get.
No one will thank me whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
That attitude must be why they kicked you out of the Imperium.
They didn't kick me out? Well, only because they never got around to it. Eventually, they might have. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Ele é posudo igual eu. Cadê Liliana? Tá, Vivienne. Mano, onde é que tá a Liliana? Ela não aparece em lugar nenhum. Enfim. Vamos ver o que eu tenho pra fazer aqui.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
This is supposed to make sense. I'm judging a box.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Meu Deus. Esse serviço comunitário.
Grand Duchess Florian de Chalon, guilty. Your claims are forfeit. I assume, Josephine, this is enough?
Quite, Inquisitor. And again, my apologies.
Mano, ó. Olha que eu tive que julgar, muito bom. Eu julguei uma caixa de restos mortais da mulher. Meu Deus. Ah, agora preciso encontrar a Liliana. Ô, Liliana. Cadê tu? Não, ela tá ali em cima. Nossa, aqui só tá o Dorian. Pensei que era a Cassandra. Será que ela tá mais em cima? Ah, pô, ela tava lá em cima mesmo.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Inquisitor, I was not expecting a visit. You had little interest in speaking to me privately before. But as dear Josephine says, it's never too late to make a friend.
I hope I'm not disrupting anything.
The commander was just delivering the names of those we lost at Haven. You must blame me for this.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
More likely they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway.
You don't know that. Their lives could have bought Haven a small chance. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We are better than Corypheus.
É, tem que dar uma dura aí na Liliana. Ela tá pensando demais.
Our agents have encountered more followers of Corypheus, the so-called Venatori. Their leader, Calpurnia, has them searching elven ruins. For what, I do not know. I propose
Monte de diálogo acumulado da Liliana. Quase nunca falo com ela.
Do you know anything about Calpurnia?
Only that Calpurnia is a name from ancient Tevinter legend. An unusual one. She was a priestess of Dumat, foster mother to the founder of the Imperium. A name like that is meant to assure the Venatori they follow in the footsteps of legends. We must prove them wrong.
Calpurnia must be up to something. Corypheus doesn't seem the type to suffer idleness.
I will not let her and Corypheus take us unawares again. These Venatori have been shadowing a merchant called Vicinius on Calpurnia's orders. They've investigated his finances, surveyed his warehouses. I propose that you meet with Vicinius. Flatter him. Find out what he knows of Calpurnia.
We should warn Vicinius that the Venatori cultists are sniffing around.
You'd earn his trust. I'll make arrangements for you to visit his summer home in Val Royeaux. Hopefully, your attention should be enough to pique his interest. We'll have Calpurnia's secrets yet.
Ok. Não foi por isso que eu vim falar com você.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum.
Agora sim.
Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Ok. Tá, agora eu vou... Eu vou treinar aqueles poderes lá fora. Eu achei interessante isso, eu acho importante, né? Ganhar mais poderzinho de fissura.
Hello, Inquisitor. Honored to help with these.
He's in the Dales. He fights for the
O que é isso aqui? Ah, o Black Wall.
Our mounts have never had better. Perhaps Master Dennett will join us.
This is a fine fortress. It's very quiet. I wonder if you tire of quiet. I am keen, Inquisitor. I bring the Maelstrom, the Tempest. Are you interested?
I'm ready to give your tutelage my full attention.
Your full attention? Dangerous. They say you're in charge. I say, from where? From the thick of things? From the fore? That's how you create victory. You wade in, smash a glass, make a mess, and change the battle from within. You may think you now lead, but when you're the Tempest, you're someone to follow.
Is this a magical talent? Or a study in brewing elixirs?
No, Inquisitor, I will not assign a circle reading list or instruct the basics of brewing. Let your people do the preparation. I teach how to survive what we do.
Very well. Let's see where this leads.
Grand. But first, we set the conditions. This instruction, the first and least, will show the path your store will take. Small steps, Inquisitor. The last of the cards.
I received a bird. It had a note. Now I am here.
You're here to train me?
Ah, that is it. The Inquisitor wishes to become more than Inquisitor. Perhaps he wishes to walk in shadow, even as he is bathed in light. To save life through inflicting death. Childish notions. The profession of assassin has no time for it.
Your profession has my respect. I'm eager to learn.
Really? We shall see. Let me first say he does not want to be an assassin, any more than he would wish to be a sword or a cudgel. Such are the weapons of others. They lack intent. He must become his own assassin. There is a difference. Let me next say, death has nothing to do with it. Death is the payment, the byproduct. Our way is between life and death. It is a door through which he will send others.
I'm ready to start learning.
He is willing. Will it always be so? There are tasks, processes, ways to train the mind and body. They require simple motions. First steps. Then we shall see what he may become.
Beleza. Eu vou nesse caminho do assassino. Gostei. Tem mais um pra falar, né? Seria o quê? Um mago? Mas enfim. Acho que desse povo daqui tem o Black Wall. Qualquer me falar alguma coisa aqui.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Beric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all wardens are in danger, even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving immediately.
Tá.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Vamos então pôr em prática a missão que a Fefe tinha me falado. Tá, deixa eu ver no diário que é melhor. Segurança na terra agrícola, ao relento. Nossa Senhora, não seria estar logrando progenitor de estatura avantajada. Meu Deus do céu, Lipe. E aí, Lipe, como é que você tá? Mandou agora um voz mercê. Eu tô caçando aqui. Tô bem, e tu? Hoje eu tô um pouquinho disposto. Um pouquinho de azia. Mas tá tudo nos conformes tirando isso. Deixa eu ver. Avião sibilante, terras distantes. Bacia gelada. Foi aqui? É, tem que tomar uns trecos desses. Não, não é aqui. Eliana estava preocupada com a falta de informação vindo das planetas exaltadas. E não é isso. Esse. Ouviu falar de um artefato das terras distantes. Ou será que eu perdi o... Não tô conseguindo encontrar a quest que eu tava dos Grey Wardens. Estamos aqui conversando bastante com a galera do Dragon Age Inquisition. É pra conseguir missão nova, né? Só que agora eu não tô lembrado onde é que foi a região que eu fui. E tinha uma missão que eu deixei passar. Tá meio foda de me localizar aqui. Ah não, eu entrei nos meus aposentos. Volta. Opa. E aqui que eu posso comprar mais. Que eu ganhei. Ganhei influência. Tá ganhando, filhão? E aí, Maíra? Não sei se eu tô ganhando, mas eu tô explorando aqui. Muito bom, Maíra. Nhaí. Tá mais ou menos, e tu? Meio pra baixo só. Ah, sim, entendi. Quero que melhore, Maíra. É, eu tô também mais ou menos. Eu não tô me sentindo tão bem, não. Eu tô com um pouco de azia. Vou adquirir isso daqui. Começou hoje? Começou hoje. Começou hoje de tarde. Tava bem, tava de boas e do nada começou. Ver aqui o relatório, influência. Relatório pronto. Relatório pronto. Espero que melhore logo, filhão. Valeu. Mamãe, mamãe. Eu tô zerada da gripe, graças a Deus. Ah, que bom. Que bom mesmo. Que bom uma merda. Tá o Cullen.
At your service.
Mandar a Josefine. Mandar
Let's see what we have.
a Liliana. Até o final da live ela já completando essas missões. Veremos, veremos. Isso aí. Estou nas observações aqui. É, isso aí. Vai dando... Isso aqui. Cara, eu quero lembrar onde é que ficava aquele lugar onde eu fui. Tô me remoendo aqui. Então a Faith não aparece, eu fico perdidinho. Opa! O que tá rolando aí? Derek aprova. Mas foi só um show-off, né? Deixa eu ver se o amor da minha vida fala alguma coisa.
Do you need something?
Não vou entrar nesse assunto.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Nada.
Of course. Another time.
Tá, deixa eu ver. Meu diário. Blackwell possui mapas que indicam os velhos acampamentos e postos avançados dos guardiões de Ferelden e Orlais. Os guardiões que abandonaram esses locais podem ter deixado para trás artefatos e interesses de Blackwall. Acho que era essa. Talvez seja essa, não sei. Tu. Não é essa? Não. É isso, eu vou confiar nessa que eu marquei. Aqui, né? Cara, não era aqui. Deixa eu ver os outros mapas. Também não era aqui. Era aqui, o Bosque Eriçado. Terra. Ah, agora tem o Dorian. Legal. Sandra. Blackwall. Vivienne, Torre de Ferro, Solas. Peguei.
Well met, your worship.
When's this spy named Butcher supposed to arrive?
Half hour ago, by the south gate. I hope he's only delayed. Butcher's last message swore he had secrets for us worth 10 times his weight in gold.
Did Sister Nightingale tell you why she wanted agents here?
We lie on the main road between Denerim and Valroyo. Couriers stop here all the time. For what they're paid, some have surprisingly loose tongues.
What's happening in Crestwood?
The dragon circling the lake looks hungrier than usual. Travelers on the road will be scarce until it's gone.
I should be going.
Farewell.
Beleza. Vamos ver aqui algumas áreas de interesse nesse mapa. Opa. tá esse negócio? É que eu tô indo embora. Enfim. Deixa eu ver o que eu tenho que fazer nessa área, gente. Bosque eriçado. É, vamos nessa. Vou chamar o meu bicho. Vem, vem. Tô passando. I'm here.
Reinforcements.
Baddies, yeah? We know how to deal with them.
Toma. É isso aí. Tá, vou voltar pro castelo. Era só isso, então.
Well met, your worship.
I found Butcher's corpse by the south road. Venatori ambushed me afterward.
Only our highest operatives knew he was coming tonight. I must inform Sister Nightingale we have a traitor.
What's happening in Crestwood?
The dragon circling the lake looks hungrier than usual. Travelers on the road will be scarce until it's gone. Farewell.
Tá. Tentei. Eu vou fazer aquela missão do Blackwall. Cadê? Diário. Aqui. Tem aqui. Tem vários lugares, na real. Que bonitas essas cartas, velho. É incrível a arte desse jogo. Hidratação, obrigado, Kazu. Tome aua. Como é que você tá, Kazu? Aqui primeiro. Corvos também tomam água, exatamente. Corvos são os mais inteligentes dos pássaros. Eles sabem o que é preciso para sobreviver. Tô ótimo, e tu? Eu tô bem também. Tô só com um pouquinho de azia. Mas logo logo passa. Sacanagem. Voz dublada do Ratinho. Eita. Eita, Maíra. Vou ficar te devendo essa, tá? Que hoje eu não tô com muito ânimo pra fazer voz, não. Mas na próxima live que tu tiver, eu faço, beleza? Hoje eu quero ficar um pouquinho mais quietinho. Só jogandinho mesmo. Isso, isso. Se quiser, eu até te volto com uns 1000 aí. Eu só não sei como é que faz isso, mas... Eu sei que... Eu sei que te ensino depois, mas fica na paz. Muito bom. Isso aqui é amizade.
Worth a look around, right?
Nossa, tá tremendo muito, meu. Aí.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Ah tá, só a escada. Tá. Aí. Cadê? Nossa. Outro lá na puta que pariu. Vou até ver se tem como... Tem como... É, dar um teleporte, pelo amor de Deus. Muito longe. Obrigado.
Inquisitor.
E foi? Cadê? Fala.
Inquisitor.
Tá. Chamar meu animal, meu garibu. É aqui? Opa! Sai de mim. Bom desse jogo é isso. Eu só jogo a fumacinha. E tá pronto o sorvetinho. Ó, eu sabia, tinha alguém aqui escondido. Mas tá tudo nos fracote. Só pode ser aberto por um tipo de mecanismo? Ixi, e agora? Vou chegar ali. Posso pôr pelo outro lado, né? Tentar ir pelo outro lado, peraí. Eita. E aqui que eu me lembre. Cacete, esse controle. Pronto. Tira isso. Marca isso de novo. Pronto. Tá, por onde é que sai mesmo? Aqui.
Did you see those Venatori run?
Eu fui catapultado pra alavanca. Ok. Pera aí, deixa eu ver se eu tô indo pro caminho certo. Será? Qual foi?
That's the grandmother of all locks. We're not getting in here.
Putz, sacanagem, hein? É difícil de entrar.
We need to find out.
Toma! Toma essa! Ah, o cara conjurou a porcaria de um escudo. Ah, isso aí, pô. Toma essa. E também não bravo, eu tô com medo aqui. Não, bicho gigantesco. Difícil. Morreu. Toma. Só uma. Aqui tá com essa nuvem tóxica, não consigo respirar isso. Não tem como fazer isso. Eu tô perdidão agora no jogo. Ai. Só consegui um dali. Vou sair desse mapa então. Vou vir pra cá. Vou conseguir entrar naquele lugar. Aí me complica. Cadê o próximo gigante? Quero ver a teta de novo. Deixa eu ver o que tá marcado aqui. Falar com o Blackwall.
You have to admit, it looks bad.
It looks like a lot of things, except what you're
Ah
thinking.
tá, pensei que era aquele cara do Dragon Age 2. E aí, Blackwall?
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it. I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
Era caminho.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Tá.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Ó, os estábulos.
The horses.
Bonitão.
The Ferelden horses.
O neném. Ah. Pra cá. Sarah. Nossa, a carta do Dorian é muito bonita. Cassandra. E Tolas.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Tá. Pra cá.
Might be something here, Better take a closer look.
Achei.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Próximo. Aqui. Esse é bom. Vai ser até bom porque eu vou liberar ali acampamento novo. Então só vamos. Toma. Tome. Cara, esse aqui é fundo? Não. O meu personagem não sabe nadar. Muito bom isso. Tô no mapa. Opa. Me indica. O lugar é meu. Negócio aqui. Enfim. Ih, errei. Eu, hein?
The area ahead is well defended. Be ready.
Ó, tu queria gigantão? Tomou. Toma. Tome. Bora ganhar, filhão. Ganhei, pai. Ganhei, mãe. Eu tô perto. Tô perto. Pô, os bichos seguiram a gente mesmo. Ô, porra! Queria só passar reto, mas os bichos não deixaram, não. Fala que eles têm passe livre pra ir, é. Com tudo carimbado. Achei.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Tá, daqui eu já fiz já. Eu vou aproveitar e arrumar o acampamento. Opa. É um urso? É um urso. Aí.
Nothing to report, sir.
Beleza. Gente, só deixa eu ir no banheiro rapidinho de novo. E eu já volto. Tá? Rapidinho. Voltei. Passando aqui, missão. Mapa. Eu vou voltar pra cá. Mostrar pro Blackwall o que eu peguei.
That Caripius, he's a snake. The conclave, Haven,
E aí, Blackwall.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer. Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
Wardens are in all the stories. If it was that easy, anyone could do it.
No, it really is that simple. Just because the archdemon is magic doesn't mean it can't be killed with swords. It just has to be a Grey Warden sword. Look, it's not the killing blow that's the problem. It's getting the dragon to the point where it's vulnerable, where it actually can be killed. There's no short answer for that, I'm afraid.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
Have you been hearing the calling, too?
I know what Corypheus is. He has no sway over me.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Vem cá, vem.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own, like always.
Vem
Quietly
cá,
killed my
vem cá,
fair share
Luna.
of Darkspawn too.
Vem cá, vem. Vou mostrar pra todo mundo. Quem é você? Cá. Ah, que porcaria é ela? Oi, gente. Oi. Um gatinho preto. Né? Eu não gosto de colo. Toda gótica é ela. É toda gótica, toda pretinha. Né? É o meu gato preto. Neném pretinho. É não? Isso aí. Fica aí, tá? Não, não faz bagunça não. Começa a fazer bagunça não. Muito linda, hehe.
Let's
Ela
continue
é.
this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Tá, eu tô ganhando o prestígio do Blackwall, mas eu queria fazer a missão dele, a tal missão dele importante que não encontrei em lugar nenhum. Acho que acabou a missão dele. Sim. Não tem mais como acessar. Aquela ali era uma missão pessoal dele que eu tô fazendo. Mas eu queria achar a missão de encontrar os Grey Wardens.
Worship.
Fiz errado. Fiz errado de novo. Meu Deus, agora eu tô esquecendo de tudo. Ai, gente, cadê?
First, a full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed meals. They were right here. I remember seeing someone
Ah,
take
tá, é aqui. Vou falar com a Josefine pra ver se ela fala alguma coisa diferente.
To be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs.
Vou perguntar pra Fefe qual é o nome dessa missão dos Grey Wardens que ela me falou.
Vintage of an Antivan port.
Pra ver se eu encontro aqui.
Duchess was unmasked. I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day.
Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
You'd think the game's greatest players would spot a murderer in their midst.
As I said, insularity. Familiar rivals become the only ones worth sparring with. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Insular cliques, snide half-truths, everyone sizing up everyone else. They reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one, shall we?
É, que seja um pouquinho mais quieto, que não tenha tiro, porrada e bomba. E às vezes eu só queria dançar com a Cassandra. Mas eu não consegui. Ainda falta.
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty. Crestwood has had no further trouble with the undead.
After what happened, it will take time for the village to recover.
Todas elas eu consigo comprar. Eu tô com bastante poder. Mas nenhuma delas fala sobre os Grey Wardens. Me incomoda. Deixa eu ver. Ela não me respondeu. Mas tudo bem.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
You from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Eu tô tentando falar com os NPCs pra ver se eu consigo extrair alguma informação, alguma missão nova.
Your worship.
Thank you for Haven and your efforts at Therenfall. I am committed to serve your worship.
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're happy to be here, your worship. You need anything, let me know.
Ah, eu acho que foi esse. Foi esse personagem que a Vef falou que é uma pessoa trans.
I'd like to know more about the Iron
Homem trans, né?
The chief. Last time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee to Tevinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
We'll talk later.
Autor de ferro aqui. Eu tava falando. Ele tava falando. As músicas são muito boas de taverna.
She looked through me.
Olha o Cole aqui.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes, maybe. What was it?
Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same, raw.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Como você sabe, ele é todo misterioso, Cole. Inquisitor? Tá. Eu vou continuar essa missão do Black Wall. Depois eu vou parar por aqui.
This might interest us then.
What is it?
This could help us.
Quero. Isso aqui serve pra Sarah. Não. Eu não, acho que eu só elaborei o plano para fazer o arco e não fazer o arco em si, enfim.
Ferelden has faced enough darkspawn for a lifetime. 10 years passed, and you can still see how the blight haunts this country and its people.
Ah, qual foi? Obrigado. Não, acho que não é por aqui. É que eu não sei, o mapa ele é grande, mas ele tem essas montanhas enormes que dividem muito o mapa. Ah, gostaria muito de subir, mas não consigo. Tem que dar a volta. Vou tentar vir por aqui. Não, aqui é pior. Tô mais longe. Bem, vamos circundar a montanha. É difícil de pegar esse daqui. Eu tô bem perto, mas ao mesmo tempo eu tô longe, porque tem essa muralha de... Ai. Tomou. Agora sim, cheguei.
Let's look around. I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Opa, tá aqui do ladinho. Bora.
Nothing to report, sir.
Vou subir. Ah, tem uma escada. Ah, já vim aqui.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Ok. Tá construindo alguma coisa aí.
This is just... It's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
The Grey Wardens are huge and important. You're part of that.
True, but without a blight on the horizon, everything the Wardens do feels like waiting. This, the Inquisition, is what matters now. And I'm grateful to be a part of it.
Mm.
You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
What is this Grand Tourney?
You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
He must have wanted something from you to help like that.
A pupil, a squire. Someone to teach and to mold. He saw my potential. When it was over, he offered to mentor me. To teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now. A Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older. Hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Cada vez mais que eu faço essa missão, mais eu vou ganhando apreço pelo Blackwall. Mais conversinhas. Mas é isso, gente. Eu vou parar hoje por aqui, descansar um pouquinho. Descansar um pico. Deixa eu ver aqui, ó. 28 horas e meia de jogo. Ah, melhoras, Andrezinho. Não, valeu, valeu de verdade por ter acompanhado aí. Vou mostrar aqui um pouquinho da agenda para amanhã e também para semana que vem. Olha. Hoje, né, a gente teve a live 10 do Dragon Age Inquisition. E eu já vou dar uma pausa de Dragon Age só para dar um descanso, porque já foram 10 lives e é live de 3 horas cada um, então já Já foi no mínimo 30 horas aí de live só de Dragon Age, né? Então vou dar um descansinho de Dragon Age por enquanto. E amanhã eu vou tentar finalizar Kingdom Hearts, né? Eu espero que esteja melhor até amanhã, né? É tentar finalizar Kingdom Hearts. Eu já falei pro Mitsu, o Mitsu que resgatou esse jogo pra eu jogar. É que se eu não conseguir realmente zerar esse jogo, a gente vai literalmente assistir o final do jogo pelo YouTube. E alguém jogando e mostrando como é que é o final. Porque já passou do ponto já esse jogo de difícil. Ah, eu não tô mais com saco de jogar Kingdom Hearts. Ele é muito travadão esse jogo. E aí, cansou. E já tá na 12ª live já deu. É, aí, pra semana que vem, eu já preparei uns negocinhos diferenciados, porque a gente zerou Resident Evil 3 ontem. Então, pra substituir o Resident Evil e o Dragon Age, nós teremos esses joguinhos aqui. Boa noite, Kazu. Nós teremos Hellblade, sendo a Sacrifice. Melhoras, Gil. Obrigado, viu, Kazu? Obrigado mesmo. Nós teremos Hellblade. Vou tomar água. Hellblade é um jogo que não dá pra dizer que é indie, porque ele é muito bem feito, ele tem uns gráficos maravilhosos. Então ele parece um. Ele tá abaixo de um AAA, né? Ele tá um AA. É um jogo AA. Né? Feito por poucas pessoas, mas é um jogo AA. E é um jogo que eu quero muito jogar. É um jogo de exploração, um jogo de suspense. Tem um pouquinho sobre. Fala sobre psicose, fala sobre esquizofrenia. É um jogo. Uma pegada nórdica, mas que fala muito sobre psicose. Né? Até que quem me recomendou esse jogo até indicou para eu jogar mesmo de headphone, né? Eu sempre jogo de headphone, mas quem for jogar esse jogo joga de headphone por conta das vozes da cabeça da protagonista que ela ouve. Então eu quero muito ver como é que é a pegada desse jogo. E aí, quinta-feira, eu vou jogar Lego Builders Journey. Eu amo Lego. Já queria muito jogar esse jogo. Esse jogo parece ser bastante minimalista, né? Bastante rapidinho. E ele brinca com essa temática dessas pecinhas que parecem ser um pai e um filho viajando juntos. Sabe? Explorando coisas juntos enquanto você vai montando o cenário. Esse de quinta eu já joguei. Muito legal. Olha aí. Eu quero conhecer esse jogo, né? Quero conhecer, ver como é que é. E no sábado, né, que eu já vou ter zerado Kingdom Hearts, aí eu vou começar a jogar nos sábados umas lives de passeio em Zelda Breath of the Wild. Né? No Zelda eu já enfrentei 2 Divine Beasts e eu tô encaminhando para a terceira lá no reino da Gerudo. E eu tô amando já. Então, sábado eu vou continuar essa peregrinação. Então é isso, meus amores. É isso que a gente vai ter de lives. Eu vou mandar vocês pro Kevin. Falta lá que fazendo piadinha com o nome do Kevin. Kevin não quer mais. Manda vocês lá pra ele. Ele tá fazendo uma livezinha agora. Então é isso, meus amores. Vou descansar um pouquinho aqui. Fique com o Papai do Céu aí, todos vocês. Um beijo, um queijo. E até amanhã, se Deus quiser, eu zerar o Kingdom Hearts. Tchau, tchau.